Okay, now we are going to create code to actually have the rocket ship land on Mars, as you can see here. So we're going to double click on the camera, select code, and turn it on in code blocks. And then we'll click code in the top right corner. So when you are in your program, find your camera, double click on it, go to code, and make sure you have it turned on to use in code blocks. And then we're going to go to code over here. Okay, and I'm going to go back to the instructions. We're going to use transform, and we're going to move the astronaut 300 meters forward in 0 seconds. Okay, so we're going to go to our transform, and we're going to move astronaut woman, in my case, you might have a man, how far? 300 meters forward, and then in 0 seconds. That's going to have them hide in the rocket ship. Okay, so we're going to leave that like that. I'm going to move this over here so that we can see the code over here. And then we're going to move the rocket to an XYZ position. This is going to help us see the rocket ship coming down from like outer space, okay? So we're going to use this one right here with the X, Y, and Z. Instead of astronaut woman, we're going to move the rocket. If you don't see rocket here, make sure you double click on your rocket and turn on use code blocks. 0, 0, our Z is going to be 100, and we're going to use 0 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to go back. And then we're going to click control and do a run separately. We're going to find that in the control section, and we're going to do a transform turn camera on its axes. So I'm going to go to control, and if you scroll down, you're going to see a block that says run separately. If you don't see this block, it's probably because if you go to settings, you're still in beginner. Make sure you choose advanced. Okay, and then inside of that, we're going to go back to the blue transform, and if you scroll down a little bit, you're going to find the block that says turn something clockwise around axes. Make sure you choose the one around axes. So there's a few different turn blocks. Make sure you choose this one, put that inside, run separately. We're going to turn the camera clockwise around the axes, and our X is going to be a -1, and then our Y and Z are going to be zeros. And this is something we might have to play with. 90 degrees in 0 seconds. And then we're going to do it again. And again, this is all just so that we can actually see the rocket coming from space and landing on Mars. Turn camera clockwise, and this time instead of -1 for our X, we're going to do 1. Our Z is going to be 0, around 90 degrees, and this way in 5 seconds. This is going to show our rocket coming down. Let's see if it actually works. I'm going to hit play, and now we can see our rocket coming in from the sky. We lose it for a second, but that's okay. And then, I didn't see it land. So, where did our rocket go? All right, let's see. I'm going to try something. I'm going to put a Z as a 1 and see what happens. Oops, doesn't want to do it. Now it's going to 11. Well, that's not good. Oh, stop it, 11. Let's backspace that away and just type a 1. Oh, my goodness gracious. Clear, 1. Okay, I'm going to try that here too. Let's just see what happens. Okay, now I can't see my rocket at all. And it lands too close to Earth, so I don't like that. All right, let's get out of this. I'm going back to 0, 0, 0, and clear, 0. I might have to, I'm going to try, oh, stop it. This is really weird. 0. Okay, all right, let me just make sure I got astronaut woman 300 meters forward in 0 seconds. Move rocket to 0, 0, 100 in 0 seconds. Run separately. Turn camera clockwise around axes. -1, 0, 0, 90 seconds, 0. Turn camera clockwise 1, 0, 0, 90 degrees, 5 seconds. Let me just play this again and see where our rocket goes. Okay, there's our rocket. It should be landing right in front of our faces. Anyone see a rocket anywhere? I'm going to keep going with the code and just see if it fixes itself. If it doesn't, then I'll probably re-record this video. So, all right. So we did that. We're going to transfer. Oh, we didn't move the rocket. That's why. Okay, hold on. We didn't move the rocket. We just moved the camera. Oh, that helps. All right, I'm going to go back to transform. We're going to move rocket. This one. Oh, yeah, move this block with the XYZ, but instead of astronaut woman, choose rocket. And then this should be 0, 0, 0 in 5 seconds. Now let's replay the scene. Here comes the rocket. Oh, still not seeing it. Oh, there it is. Where did it go? Let's play that again. we might have to move the camera if the camera's like in a bad angle or something. Because the rocket, no, I don't see it again. Okay, maybe I just have to leave this here. I'm going to play it again. Sorry, if you're having as many issues as I am, I apologize. I'm just going to leave this and see if the rocket eventually shows up. Oh, there it goes. Okay, maybe it just took a little longer. I just have to be more patient. Okay, so we did that. Change seconds to 5. We did that. Hint, play your scene. You may have to move the camera back. This is important. You may have to move the camera back. Mine was in a good position, but you might have to move it back. Okay, click Actions and choose Set Animation of Rocket to open. So we're going to go to Actions. We're going to set animation. This is going, you know what, this move rocket, this is why it was happening. Put that underneath this block, underneath the run separately, put it outside of the block. That might be another reason why that was happening. Okay, we're going to say open the rocket, and then we're going to actually set the animation of the astronaut woman to don't animate, and then we're going to go to control and scroll down a little, and we're going to wait for 1 second. That gives time for the door to open before our astronaut actually starts walking out of the rocket ship. Okay, so we have all of that. Control, transform, we have to move the astronaut. Okay, so we're going to go to transform, and we're going to do an XYZ. After wait 1 second, we're going to move the astronaut woman 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, and that'll get us through that code part. Okay, now we need to add a path for the astronaut to walk out of the rocket. Okay, so I'm going to close my code for a second just to give me some space here. I'm going to go to my library. I'm going to choose special. I'm going to drag a path. Okay, I'm going to have one end starting inside the rocket. I'm actually going to move it out for a second so that I can use that end. And then make it kind of long towards your camera. And then you're going to click at a certain point or double click and say edit path. Okay. Let's say about here. And now I can click on this blue part. I can lift it up. I can move it into the rocket. You probably have to turn your screen sideways to make sure that it's actually moving the way you want it to move. That's good enough. I think close enough, right? I'm going to close this out. Okay, now we drew our path. So let's see what we have to do next. Turn your plane so you can see the path from all angles. Okay, we did that. Create code to have the rocket door open and the astronaut walk out. Okay, so I'm going to go back to code. And under Move Astronaut Woman, we're going to grab a move again on the XYZ axes. But instead of Astronaut Woman, we're going to say straight path, move, straight path. And we're going to move it the exact same way so it kind of stays with the astronaut woman. Then we're going to go to action and say set the animation of the astronaut woman. And if you scroll way down, there's walk low gravity. It's a little better than walk. It kind of looks like they're walking on the moon. I'm going to go to transform, and the third block down says, let me move this out a little bit. Move astronaut woman on the straight path forward for 5 seconds. They'll walk for 5 seconds, and then they're going to talk, and they're going to say, oh, I landed on Mars or the moon or wherever you want them to land. So set animation of astronaut woman to talk excited. She's so happy to be there. And then the second one down says astronaut woman say, and she is going to say, I made it to Mars or the moon or whatever you want it to say. Okay? Ooh, moment of truth. Let's play this. Okay, here comes our rocket. Opens. Astronaut woman is going the wrong way. Okay, so when I drew my path, I probably drew my path backwards. But instead of changing the way my path is going, I'm going to say the astronaut woman moves backwards. Let's see if that works. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to have to fix my path. Okay, she comes down, opens. Okay, not coming out of the rocket. Good enough. Trust me, good enough. This is not an easy assignment. I made it to Mars. All right, you are ready to turn it in. So make sure you hit share, make sure you hit update, copy the link into Canvas, and you are good to go. Good luck with this one. Okay.